All right, so I'm excited to show you where the magic really happens here with using Manychat. Now, again, if you'll set up your Manychat home, your home page, and then once you have it on there, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do it. Again, there are so many different templates that you can use on your Manychat, but again, for example, if you were to explore all these different templates, again, they just keep rolling out more and more and more templates, growing your email list, growing your YouTube. You can set this up with all different, your TikTok account, your all that so many different social media platforms. Again, tons of different ways to do this, but I'm going to just show you how to do a basic automation and the typical one that you see on Instagram. So, first one I'm going to click is auto DMs, link from contacts. So, it's going to look like this. It automatically, again, when you set your account up, you're setting it up linking it to your Facebook account, which will link to your Instagram account. This is actually the one that I was showing you that has the comment haystack on it. This was one of my last ones. I don't always put, comment a word, but you can. A lot of influencers, they will have every single post that they post, they will do a call to action of comment links, comment guide, whatever that is, every single one. Not every time people are going to comment on it, but it's kind of that law of average. I was a soccer player for years and years, so I'm like, the more shots you take on goal, the the better chance that that ball is going to actually hit the back of the net and go in. The same thing applies for your business here. I know a lot of times creators or, real estate agents will come to me and they're like, Mariah, I'm just not seeing any growth. It's like, well, how many times have you done it? It's like, well, I did it, 4 or 5 times. I'm like, well, keep going because I know for me, the first 4 or 5 times it was crickets, nothing happened. So I just keep saying, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And at some point, it will end up happening. So if you are creating, again, you can choose any keyword that you want, but a lot of times, if I'm doing something like this, you can see comment that word. So I'm going to put for any reel or post on here. So I'm going to click that first one. If you want it to just be a specific one, you can click on specific and you can go back through and it will show you, okay, I only want it for this post or this post or this post. So I'm going through my account right now and I can just click on a specific one. But for me, I usually just use any post or reel. Then I'm going to comment that word on there. So if, for example, I want somebody, um, let's just pretend I'm looking for Instagram. I'm going to type in Instagram for that. And maybe I'm doing something with Instagram that I want people to know about. Okay. And then once I've got that, I'm going to come down below here. This is where they're going to get this opening. Or if you don't want them to have it, then you can click it off and they basically will just get the link. But I think having a little something in there, it's kind of like that greeting of, hey, I'm here. So happy you're here. Again, it will auto populate for you there. And then you can put the link of whatever it is that you want on there. So, for example, let's just pretend I want them to come to my StanStore. I can copy that StanStore link. I'm going to get back to Manychat here. And then let's just pretend I'm going to put my StanStore in there, that link. And then down below here, okay, I can have them with another link if I want or another message, but I don't need them to have anything else. Basically, they're going to click on this, they click on that, and they get that message. But here down below where it says other things to automate, I love having an auto DM. So I like it. I feel like it's polite when there's a response. Like it's kind of like, hey, can I have this? And then you don't hear anything until you check your DMs. I like having that auto response saying like, hey, thank you. Oh yeah, just sent you the message. Oh, sure. Check your DMs. So I like having that. You can also follow up with other stuff later on. So If you want to follow up later and say like, oh, hey, just curious, did you get that? Do you still want that? You can. Typically, I don't do any of that. I usually just send them this, and that's the extent of where I usually go with it. Up in that right-hand corner up here where it says go live, typically when you're not recording, it's usually in a little blue button, and then you're going to just press go live. And then once you have that going live, again, you can, the auto DM, you can put the other things in here if you want. I can put all of that in here, the link, details here. I can literally like copy and paste this message. Um, and it's basically the same thing. So I can turn that one off and just put it here, or I can have the two. So they'll get an opening. You can give them an opening if you want. You don't have to give them an opening if you don't. So you can toggle the button. You don't have to toggle the button, but basically you want to share the information, make it as easy as possible, and then have that go live. So once you have it go live, then you can take a look. If you go back over here on the left-hand side, you've got home, you've got your contacts, you've got your automations if you want to check a live chat. But here gives you just a little idea of some of those automations. Again, I just made this one, so I made it 19 seconds ago. I don't have anybody on that one. The next one, that haystack one, I just had that go live 22 hours ago. What I'm going to do though, I like to, instead of having on here where it says auto DM links from comments, I actually like to change that and I rename it. Those three little dots on the right hand side, I'm going to rename that, and I'm actually just going to call it haystack. And I'm going to click rename, because then that gives me an idea of what that one was all about. This one here, you can see I had two blancs, right? This one I actually just need to delete because I was trying it for something, but that wasn't the actual one that I wanted. So here you can see on some of mine, this one was 2 weeks ago. I didn't have anyone comment Elk Ridge on this. I had another one for guest. This was another property, and I had 6 people comment on it. I had another one for links on this pantry that everybody kept asking, like, "Oh, will you send me the links to that? That kitchen pantry." I had 29. So some of them are going to have 0. Some of them are going to have a lot. I've had some that this one had 98. This is 42, 54. So I always say just the lot. This one had, that caribou one. Remember how I told you that one had 268. So again, some aren't going to have very many, some are going to have a lot. But again, it's just that consistency of showing up over and over and over again. And you literally just rinse and repeat this. So if I want to set up a new automation, I'm going to go to new automation. I'm going to pick that auto DM again. I can select any post or reel, and then I'm literally going to type in the word. Let's just put, we can put website if we want. It's telling me to put website, so I'll do that. And then I'm not going to do an opening for that, but I'm going to say, hi, so glad you are here. I think you are going to love this home. And so if it's for a home, or if it's for, if you want to do a home search, set me up on a home search, comment website if you want me to set. Then if you have, like, for example, I have a feature that I can do a home search for a client, and I can put in the link to that, and then they can they can start that home search. We'll just pretend that I'm, let's see, we'll do my StanStore link again. Let me grab that StanStore link, and I'll just put it in here. And again, you can put on here details here. And again, I like that auto reply. I can change all of these. I can get rid of that if that's not your style. You can, make it your style, and then literally go live. And again, I like to change mine when I go to automations. I like to change mine up here, and I like to rename it whatever it is. So if this one was website, I'm going to rename it to website. If this one's Haystack, I'm going to rename it to Haystack. If this one's Instagram, I'm going to rename it to Instagram so that I have an idea of what that is. And so this is the magic. This honestly is where it takes place. This is where those auto DMs and things start taking, really taking off. And again, not every single one is going to land, but just keep going and keep going and keep throwing them out there, keep putting out the links. And it really is as easy as this. The next tutorial I'm going to show you is how to use StanStore and how to set this up with your StanStore. You are doing awesome. If you need to rewatch any of this, go back, rewatch, and you are always welcome to reach out to me for comments along the way. Okay, see you in the next one.